Hey everybody, welcome back to another gameplay video of Magic the Gathering Arena. Always and forever playing Yarok the Desecrated. I actually recently built this deck in paper. Obviously had to make some adjustments with some of the arena only cards. But I love the value. It's so much fun to get double the ETB triggers, all the blink effects. You can really have some cool explosive turns, so definitely recommend it. Today on Arena, we're playing against Pantlaza, Sun Favored. I probably butchered that pronunciation, but this is a Dinosaur tribal deck, which I also have a Dinosaur tribal deck in paper. It's super fun, so this should be an interesting match. Wow, lots of expensive cards in my opening hand. Let's go ahead and mulligan that. Okay. No green source. And there's a couple expensive cards here. Let's try one more time. This one's okay. Let's go ahead and put back the counter spell since I don't have double blue, but I'm really wanting to get into Forest, Gilded Goose, and then into Topiary Stomper. Okay, great. Got the polluted Delta, but let's go ahead and drop the Gilded Goose. Create some food. Alright, let's see. Looks like we're both just kind of getting started here. He is also making a little mana dork. Let's get out Bristly Bill. I probably could have like fetched for a shock land, but I think we need to start out being a little bit aggressive just because dinosaurs can get out of control really quickly. Alright, so he's got 4 mana available. Wayward Swordtooth, that's a great card. Get an extra land drop. I'll go ahead and crack the fetch. And let's get... yeah, Underground Mortuary. Give Bristled Bill another counter. And Radagast is just such a great card to keep your hand full with some cool creatures. So let's keep him. Drop the Shipwreck Marsh. Put another counter on Bristly Bill. And let's get Topiary Stomper going. Let's grab a island since we can get some more blue here. And we'll get Bristly Bill. And let's start putting some pressure on. Got a 6/6. Alright, let's see what we got going on here. Alright, he can cast the commander. This is such a great card. He's going to get to discover where it's the creature's toughness. For the consoles is a nice little piece to keep my guys from entering. They're going to enter tapped now, and he's also going to gain some life every time a creature enters. Let's not attack. Sorry, let's see what he's got going on here. Patchwork Banner. That's such an auto-include for any type of tribal deck. Wow, that's super solid. And that actually gives him the city's blessing for Wayward Swordtooth to now be able to attack and block. Descendant's Path. It's a good card too. Let's just get Yarok out there. I feel like having... ooh, I totally spaced that he's going to be entering tapped. I was going to say, putting some pressure with just that depth touch can be helpful, but not when he's tapped. So he's got 11 damage on board that can swing. Wow, that's such a... wow, he just went off with that turn. Love that Descendant's Path. Wow, 4 permanents in 1 turn. Well, it's got Menace. 5/5. You know, I don't really need Gilded Goose anymore, so let's do... actually, I should have done Gilded Goose. I think that was a misclick on my part. But Rusco, he's fine. Just to get rid of the guy. I already got the Midnight Clock. Probably should have done a double block with Gilded Goose since I already used his food token. Alright, let's start putting some double landfall triggers on Yarok. Let's get Uro out there, which is going to get 3 life, draw a card, put a land out, and I'm going to do that 2 times. So there's the first one, and there's a second one. And you can see that these sacrifice triggers stay on the stack, so I can respond to that with Teferi's, and then, or Time Twist, and then also with Virtue of Knowledge. So I'm going to do that. Actually, let's let him get sacrificed. I'll save that just in case. Alright, let's crack the Fabled Passage. And let's grab a Forest. Let's push 2 more counters onto Yarok. And 9/11. That's great. Let's put Radagast out. I know that he's going to gain some life and he comes in tap, but let's just refill our hand and maybe get some good creatures out here. Ooh, Scythe Cat Cub. Any type of redundancy I think is super helpful. So putting Scythe Cat Cub out also, I'm going to get 4 1/1 counters per lamb that comes out with Yarok on the battlefield, so that's pretty solid. I really think Yarok is helping me out here, preventing him from maybe swinging out with, like, you know, 2 6/6 or a 6/6, 6/4, and a 5/5. Alright, so he's gonna draw a card and then discover. Ooh. Okay, so he can fight, which I think he would probably choose Bristly Bill with one of his 6/6s, or maybe he doesn't want to lose them. Alright, I mean, the threat assessment there, I would probably prioritize Bristly Bill, just because of, I can double the counters with his ability, and he's getting 2+1s every time a land comes in. I think I would want him off the battlefield. And, you know, he could have taken him out with his commander because he was on the battlefield to target, and it's 7/7. Alright, let's draw some cards. Radagast kind of threw us off. I'm really looking for some lands here. Let's see what the first one is. You know, Masker Worm's not a bad hit. Okay, cool. So we got a land. Let's put out Scythe Cat Cub first. And then let's drop this Castle Garenbrig. Alright, we're gonna get 4 triggers off this Landfall. Let's spread the love just a little bit. Kind of nervous that Bristly Bill will get targeted by something else, but wow, a 17-9, or 19, that's crazy. Let's just keep that token or counter trend going. I'll put Topiary, Stomper on the Teferi's Time Twist, and let's get some lands. Set up another turn. Let's get a Forest. It's 4 more counters. I'm a little nervous about Scythe Cat Cub being targeted as well, so let's spread the love a little bit. Grab a Swamp so we can play Masker Worm. We are just spreading that love a little bit. I mean, Scythe Cat Cub can definitely still be targeted. I probably should have added a couple more counters there. This is a Talpa. That's solid. It's gonna draw a card and discover. Okay, so not the best Dinosaur, but he can gain life, draw a card again, gets a counter, land. Does so many abilities on a body, it's crazy. I'm not too concerned here. I really need to put some pressure on. Drew the Swamp, which is great. Let's start adding in some counters. Buff up my boys. Oh my gosh. That's so crazy at 33-35. Alright, let's get Uro. Let's do his escape mechanic and get him out. So I'll gain 3 life twice, draw 2 cards. And let's see if we can't hit another couple lands here. Oof, right off the jump. Let's do it. Let's start making them big. I also love how Scythe Cat Cub has Trample. Just such a great card. And not only did I get another land, but I got a fetch. So we can do this again. We're just having a blast here with these double counters from Yarok, Bristly Bill, and Scythe Cat Cub. I was really tempted to do the Virtue, just to, you know, copy that fetch one more time. But I think what I'm going to try to do is hold up some mana for Bristly Bill. I'm going to force their hand with an attack here. Because Scythe Cat Cub has trample. There's a 14-14 and a 33-35. So let's swing with those big boys. And let's just see what they're doing here, because I have enough mana to double the counters. So I feel like he needs to figure out his blocks. But I might have him actually with just damage on board. Well, let's see what happens. Damage math is not something that I'm good at. Sometimes I swing in and I hope for the best. But let's double him. He didn't block the Cub at all. That might have been on purpose, or maybe he just didn't remember. But we'll gain 63 life, which is kind of irrelevant, but we took him to exactly 0, so that was really fun. I highly recommend playing Yarok. I did have a blast at this match, opponent, so thank you. And yeah, I think Dinosaurs can go really fun with some extra value. And then I definitely recommend Yarok as a commander. He just is able to do some really fun things, and each match can be unique, and it really kind of forces the opponent to do future threat assessment, which I think is something that I struggle with. So it kind of helps me think a little bit on what I would do with my own deck if I was playing against it. But thanks for your time, guys. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and thank you for watching.